Did you know that the last cavalry charge in U.S. military history happened in the Second World War, which is crazy, but it's true. January 16th, 1942, Lieutenant Edwin Price Ramsey led it. He was a part of the 26th Cavalry Regiment, which was a mixed regiment of American and Filipino soldiers that had been crucial during the Philippines campaign, which was a massive debacle. But they had been fighting delaying action after delaying action as the Americans kind of this harried retreat back into the Bataan Peninsula. And January 15th, they were supposed to get some R&R, but they ended up having to go into Morong. And he took a 27-man mounted team into Morong, this kind of strategically important town at the time when the Americans and the Filipinos were setting up their defensive lines. And when he got into town, he saw hundreds of Japanese soldiers, and he said, "Charge!" Literally did the motion like straight out of a Civil War movie, and on they went. And these Japanese took off and fled because I'm sure in 1942, you're not prepared to face a cavalry charge. And these guys just had their pistols. Madness. Anyway, he held Morong, which was very important at this time. Sadly, the horses from this cavalry regiment and all the horses on the Bataan Peninsula ended up being killed and eaten. And I've read accounts of these cavalry guys that had their horses killed, and they're like openly weeping. A cavalryman and his horse is a great relationship. And this was very unfortunate that this happened. But I mean, the guys and the refugees on Bataan were starving. Interestingly enough, Lieutenant Edwin Price Ramsey, he was 24 years old at this time. He did not go on the Bataan Death March. He did not become a prisoner of the Japanese. He ended up becoming a huge leader, important player in the guerrilla movement in the Philippines, and had guerrilla warfare over the next few years until the return of the Americans in 1944. He's got a closet full of medals. Very interesting story, and just crazy. The cavalry charges were a part of World War II, and these cavalry regiments in the Philippines fighting in the jungle on horseback. It's crazy, crazy stuff. But anyway, wild story.